Hello, wonderful young people. We're going to talk about a couple different things today in Audacity for our Audacity music project. Those things are some review, so how to import into Audacity, how to repeat sound in Audacity, and then later on we're also going to review how to export. In the middle there, we're going to talk about new learning for today, which is using the time shift tool. Okay, so there's a tool in Audacity that allows you to move stuff around. That's going to be called the time shift tool, and we'll talk about where that is and how to use it today. All right, so you can see I've already got some stuff loaded up in Audacity. I'm going to condense that up a little bit because I want to review first how I got this in here, and that is by importing audio into Audacity. So to import into Audacity, we're going to click on File up at the top left corner, down to Import, and then over to Audio. Again, that was File, Import, and then Audio. All right. Now we need to find the audio that we want to import. This has been really tough for a lot of people. Basically what happens is that this box pops up, and if your audio that you want to import is not immediately like right there in front of you, a lot of students say, oh, I can't find it. And it is really tough. So what I need to tell you again is that you need to look through the folders in your computer. So a computer is just like a filing cabinet. It has all different types of folders and a whole different types of files that are in those folders. So you need to be organized and remember where you save stuff in your filing cabinet, which is your computer. And then you need to be able to remember how to access that folder and the file that is in it later on. Okay, so one place where your audio might be at, like for example, if you downloaded something from Beatbox, is in your downloads folder. I'm in it right now. You can see I'm looking in downloads. That's what I'm looking right now, and here's the stuff I actually want to put in Audacity, but I'm going to show you how I got here first. So if you go to this PC on the left-hand side, what pops up is all of these folders, including your desktop and documents and a whole bunch of other stuff. You can see the one that was highlighted just here a second ago is downloads, so that's most likely going to be what is going to work best for you. So I'm going to click on downloads. And again, I'm back in that same downloads folder, so here's the stuff I want. Okay, so I'm going to double click on that sound that I want. All right, and here is my sound. So to review now how to repeat a sound in Audacity, sometimes we want something to go over and over and over and over again. What you're going to do is highlight that sound by double clicking on it. All right. Once you've double clicked on it, you can go to at the top Effect and then down to Repeat. Okay, so you can kind of see where I'm clicking right there. I double clicked, then I clicked on Effect, and now my cursor is sitting over Repeat. Alphabetical order. This little box is asking you how many times you want it to repeat, not counting the first one. So the first one's already in there. It's asking you how many times you want it additionally repeated. So if you want it a total of 8 times, you would type in a 7. So that's what I've got in there right there. And there it is. All right, I've already got this stuff in here, so I'm actually going to delete this new one that I got in, and we're going to work with these right now. All right, so let's take a listen to what this sounds like. I'm going to mute this one for a second because we're not ready for that. But here's that clip, that same clip that I just imported. So it's just going to do that same sound over and over again. It's kind of like a kind of foundational layer there. All right, then I would import my second audio. We talked about that yesterday. That's called layering. Layering is when you have 2 different audios happening one on top of the other. Okay, so I'm going to unmute this one. This is my layered audio. This is the one I put in second. All right, now you might be asking, Mr. Terrell, how did you get that to start further on? Well, that is the kind of new material for today. We need to learn how to use the time shift tool. The time shift tool allows you to take audio that is going to be, by default, is going to start at the beginning, and you want it to start later on. So we're going to look at how to do that. So the time shift tool is in the toolbar up here. There's 6 of them. The default is the select tool. That's the one that looks like a capital I. The one that we're working with today is called the time shift tool. So this is the bottom row, middle, has the arrows pointing left and right. If you hover your cursor over it, it does say time shift tool. You can also click F5 for that tool. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then what happens is that your cursor becomes the 2 arrows pointing left and right, and you can move audio around. Now I'm going to show you, if you have just the select tool on and you try to click on that and move it around, what happens is it just highlights stuff. Okay, you can't move anything around when your cursor is on the select tool. All right. What you want, if you want to move something around, you have to go to the select tool, or the time shift tool, excuse me, which is the arrows pointing left and right button. Okay, so I'm going to reline that up. I want that to start exactly with the start of the second iteration of that foundational recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the very beginning of this and use the time shift tool and just line that up just like that. You can see that yellow line pops up vertically. So I know that that's perfectly lined up. All right, zoom back out. All right, so that's the time shift tool. It allows you to move stuff left and right, which is really, really, really useful. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and highlight this. And I want that to repeat also. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the first one, except I'm only going to repeat it 6 times, and that'll make that line up at the end, right? All right, so there's that. So now we can take a look. I'm going to zoom back out, and we'll see what that sounds like. Okay, so it starts with that original track. Here's the second. Okay, so you can see how that could get pretty neat pretty quickly there. Again, those are all sounds that I made in Beatbox, so you have full access to making that type of like beat. So if you want to go back into Beatbox, you should have that link, or if you still need it, it should be still sitting in the chat from yesterday. So what you're going to work on today is layering 2 audios. You're going to use the time shift tool to line up audio where you want it. And then what you're going to do is export that. So we need to review how to export. And once you have exported that audio, you can send it to me via Teams. Okay. All right. So to export, what we're going to do is, to review, go to File, and then Export, and then export as MP3. Okay, so you can see kind of my click trail right there. So up at the top left, File, and then down to Export, and then export as MP3. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. That will ask you to name your file, and you're going to save it into your Audacity folder. I'm not going to save this right now, but you would hit save. And then once you have saved it, go to Teams and send me, Mr. Terrell, your audio file for today. All right. Hope that is helpful, young people, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up today, and we will see you tomorrow. All right. Thank you.